Ever find yourself, like, hitting up YouTube for a how-to video, even for, like, the simplest things?
Totally.
I swear it's like my brain just goes straight to, okay, where's the visual guide?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Makes you wonder, like, how that plays out in other areas.
It really does.
It's like, what about training the newest generation of retail workers,
Uh,
right?
Interesting.
So that's where this deep dive takes us.
Yeah,
You sent over this blog post from Multimedia Plus,
right.
and it's all about reaching Gen Z in retail and the big takeaway, video, video, video.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the generation that practically speaks fluent YouTube tutorial. They've got TikTok explainers, Instagram stories.
Right.
For them, video isn't just entertainment. It's like their native language when it
Mhm.
comes to learning.
And we have to remember, like, this is a generation that they've never known a world without the internet. Like they were literally born into the age of smartphones and social media.
Wow.
So this isn't just about being tech savvy. It's way deeper than that. It's a totally different way of processing information.
So are we saying like, goodbye to the old training manuals and all that?
I mean, you can try, but good luck keeping their attention. The blog makes a really strong case for why those traditional methods just fall flat with Gen Z. I mean, think about it. They're used to information that's fast, it's visual, it's engaging,
Right.
short little bursts.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
They got to be entertained.
exactly.
Totally. Like, honestly, I could read a recipe like 10 times and still mess it up.
That
But you show me a video, boom, master chef right here.
laughs. Right. It's true, though. Visual learning it just works.
Oh, for sure.
And when you think about it, in retail, those associates have got to learn a lot of stuff, right? I mean, product details, customer service scenarios, all the brand standards. That's a lot to throw at somebody. And video just makes it, I don't know, it's like easier to digest,
100%.
more memorable.
Yeah, the blog actually called that out, how video is like way better for those more like nuanced things, those tricky situations.
Totally. Like imagine trying to explain how to, I don't know, how to de-escalate a situation with a frustrated customer. You could try writing it all out in a manual, right? All these steps, like use this tone of voice, but seeing it play out in a video, it's just, there's no comparison.
It's like you're right there shadowing
Mhm.
someone.
Exactly, like having a mentor almost.
Yeah.
And speaking of learning by doing, did you catch that part about their Insight, I think it's called?
Yeah, the interactive elements, right? Like the quizzes.
Yes. And not just quizzes, they can build in all these things, scenarios where you have to like make decisions and then bam, you see the consequences or you get feedback right away.
Oh, that's smart.
Right. It's tapping into how Gen Z actually learns best, that instant gratification
Mhm.
thing.
Okay, so it's not like you watch a video and then poof, it's gone from your brain 5 minutes later.
Nope. This is active, applying what you've learned and getting that instant feedback. That's what makes it stick. Oh, and there's another piece here I thought was interesting. They talked about keeping the content fresh, which.
It makes me think about, like, my old textbooks from college are probably still good, right? But retail, man, things change so fast.
Well, tell me about it.
Okay.
New products, new trends. The brand wants to say something different now. It's like this constantly moving target.
Yeah.
And the blog, it really highlights how important it is to be able to update stuff quickly. And that's InStudy, again, apparently makes that super easy. So the information stays relevant, keeps those Gen Zers engaged. Because
Yeah.
let's face it, they're used to that, right? Instant updates, all the latest trends.
It's true. It's like, who even reads a printed out email anymore? You want the live updates, the freshest take. But you know what really struck me about this blog? They went beyond just like the nuts and bolts of training. It got kind of deep, actually. They were talking about how this kind of training, it really impacts these young workers on like a personal level.
Empowerment. That's the word that comes to mind. Like, imagine starting your first job, right? Maybe your first job ever. And you feel that confidence because you know your stuff. You can answer any question a customer throws at you.
It's like you can handle anything.
Exactly. And for someone just starting out, man, that's huge.
It's that feeling of acing a test.
Yeah.
Like you studied so hard and you just know you've got this.
Yes. 100%. And that confidence, it bleeds into everything. Their performance is better. They're happier at work. They feel like they bring something to the table.
Totally. And this is where things got really interesting for me. Because the blog didn't just stop at, okay, this is good for retail.
Yeah.
They took it a step further. And we're talking about how those skills, like from a part-time retail job, those could actually help these young people later on, like even outside of retail.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. Communication skills, problem solving, thinking on your feet. You're in a fast-paced environment. You've got to learn how to deal with stuff. And those POS systems, that's technical skills right there.
You can take anywhere.
Exactly. It's like we're not just teaching them how to fold a t-shirt a certain way, it's bigger than that. These are life skills, work experience. It's giving them a foundation to build on no matter what they end up doing.
Which, let's be real, with how the job market is these days, that's everything.
It really is. Future-proofing their skill set. I love that.
Me too. Such a good point. This has been a fascinating deep dive, by the way.
Yeah, really interesting stuff.
Really got me thinking about, how this kind of training,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't just benefit the employee, right? It's a win-win for the employer, too.
Absolutely.
So, to everyone listening, if you're out there thinking, okay, video training, cool, but what would that even look like for me? Here's something to think about. Imagine you're managing a team of, young retail workers.
Mm.
How could you use video in a fun way? And I'm not just talking about the usual training stuff. Could you do, like, mini challenges?
Ooh, I like that.
Or maybe product spotlights? What about, like, customer service role-playing, but on video? Get creative with it. Who knows? Maybe video could be your secret weapon, right? To train the next generation of retail superstars. I'm all about it.